This lineup, we're just talking out in the very beginning, the experience that is going to be needed. They need a result here, Hong Kong, against a traditionally very well-organised and very strong side. Let's look at the lineup there.
Yeah, you see Yap Hung Fai, the captain also of the Hong Kong team. Very unusual to have a goalie there. Lee Ji-ho, 69 caps. This is his 70th cap tonight. He is the most experienced player in the Hong Kong team. And, of course, you've got players like James McKee there, pretty dynamic, and will be looking to really get on top of it. But you do wonder, Mel, with this surface tonight, are the teams going to be able to play the ball to ground, or are we going to see lots of air balls tonight?
Well, yeah, it's interesting. So for young players watching, this is going to be key. The grass actually is quite long, and of course with the wet weather we've had, the downpour we had last night, that ball's going to skid off. So you know, in certain climbs, what you would try and do is play the ball off the ground, and in order to get the control. But there's going to be a few mistakes, and the coaches will definitely be saying, have shots on goal and follow up, because that's where the mistakes are going to be happening as that ball fires off this pitch. As we look at the Korean side there, well, we don't know too much about this team apart from the fact that they've been together training and for a long time. Their goalkeeper has 85 caps, Ri Myung-guk, and they'll be looking obviously to get a good result here, because I suppose John, they will be favourites, but not just in this group, but to go a lot further.
Well, of course, they've got the upper hand on Hong Kong. They did beat them at the end of last year in that round 2 qualifier. And, of course, unlucky for Hong Kong, they've now redrawn them back in this Group B encounter. It's going to be really tough for them. And, as you say, a lot of these Korean players now playing on home soil. You know that they're going to be well drilled. But Hong Kong, I think, are going to have to really stay very disciplined this evening and be patient. And I think, you know, in that last game, there was only 1 goal in it, so that's going to give them hope. But certainly, it's a must-win for Hong Kong tonight.
Well, manager for Hong Kong, Kim Pan-gong, he's a Korean as well. He's managed Hong Kong 2 or 3 times, and he has a lot of experience, of course, in the Hong Kong leagues. How he sets his stall out is going to be very important. They did have what was considered to be a good result in a friendly against Jordan, but that doesn't really matter as we kick off with Korea in the white playing from right to left. And important that Hong Kong really get into this game as much as and early as they possibly can. Not a bad crowd, considering that we had a typhoon crashing through the city last night.
Yeah, really good atmosphere here.
Yeah, the big question was, were we going to have this match at all? But as you said, John, the pitch has dried out really well. Long throw in from the Koreans. That's Festus basically heading away. And you can see already how that ball is skidding off the surface.
Now, the Koreans looking very dynamic early on. Just pushing Hong Kong back. And,
you know, that's that start off straight into, it's a classic tactic, straight into the opposing half, and this is the first time Hong Kong have actually broken out of their half. Let's just see how that ball is bouncing around. On the ball, he needs a bit of support, better support than he's getting at the moment.
Yeah, pretty calm at the end, but Korea really pressing. You can see that their tactics, I think, really want to get a goal nice and early. In that last game, they scored in the 22nd minute and then just closed up shop.
Okay, Hong Kong, can they break now? Build something on this, giving the ball away. You can see how they're setting up as when they lose the ball. And Hong Fai had to make a good clean catch there and a bit of pressure.
Very calm and collective from him. And there's the national coach, John Henderson from Norway. Very experienced throughout many of the leagues in Europe. Yeah, just taken on this job. Yeah,
I've been coaching them since 2016. He's a bit of a journeyman as a player, but he's played 28 to 30 times for Norway. He was actually one of the top, we're talking years ago, but one of the top goal scorers in the Bundesliga and in the Norwegian League, way back in 90 and 85. So he's got a lot of experience with him, and a well-travelled, well-experienced coach.
Yeah, and as a German coach, you expect his teams to be well drilled, certainly very strong at the back. Look like they're playing a 3 at the back at the moment, PRK. And that, of course, allows the midfield to be strong if they need it to be, but also they can attack with some width.
Well, the thing for Hong Kong is to get their wing-backs forward early. You can see that they set up in a very familiar style that you'd see these days. When they lose the ball, they try to get players well back and 1 or 2 players just in front protecting the defenders. They have to defend well, and this obviously is a tactic. This is Kang Kuk Chol, long throw specialist, one would assume. It's not a bad throw at all. Well handled by Yap Hung Fai.
Yeah, he's looked very cool, calm and collected tonight. He needs to be. Tries to get that breakaway quickly for them.
One of the things that's going to be difficult for both teams here is when that ball is played forward, if they so the midfield from Korea swarming over the Hong Kong players.
You can see the ball there just bouncing across the surface.
So that first touch so important. You can see there that ball was played with a bit of power, but that skidded in, and the first touch was not the best, as Kari came in to challenge, and he's here again on the ball.
So these teams separated by 36 places in the FIFA World Rankings. Hong Kong 148 and Korean side 114.
So he really could have opened up the attack there, but instead he's giving it away, and pressure for Hong Kong. Tan Chok Wat coming, losing the ball again. Well, the most important thing here, John, is really when they get that ball to keep it moving and to not give away possession, because that's going to tell on you later on in the game. Confidence all comes from making sure that you can make those passes. You can see as Hong Kong defend, they drop off, defend in their own half.
Absolutely. They've dealt quite well with the Korean wide men so far, but they're being pinned back a little bit. They're being a little bit overrun. And of course, fitness will come into it towards the end of the match.
And there's an example of that long ball when it's played through. It will skid off, and they need to play it into areas that are going to cause the defence some trouble. Yeah, I'm fine, not happy with the ball.
Yeah, you almost need that sort of classic centre forward man in these types of matches, a guy who can hold the ball up, spread it wide, and maybe Hong Kong have that.
Well, they'll be looking for Kari to cause them some problems, but they've got some big, strong players up there. Some of these players are actually playing in the Chinese Premier League. And again, losing possession in the middle of the park. And Korea got a chance here. They're quick. And oh my goodness. Well, that is a dangerous sign. You can't allow forwards to come forward. They got almost to the edge of the box without anybody really putting in the challenge. That was number 19 there for Korea, was Pak Kwang Ryong.
See him there, gets on his left side. Thought for a minute there he was going to pass the ball out wide, and but in the end decided to go by himself, gets it on the left peg, and not a bad effort at all, really.
Problem was that they actually closed him a little bit too late. There was enough players there, so when you got players in that position to defend, push them forward.
Of course, they were caught a little bit with a hole on their left side of the fence. And again, PKR in a good position here, especially with this wet pitch. I think that they want to fire this one in hard and low.
Pack and Kang over the ball. Oh, they want it just bobbling around, because if it hits that surface and they follow up, it could be problems for Hong Kong. Of course, now with the new rules, you can't hold on players, which is something I'm delighted to see. That's a good cross going in, and edge of the box.
A little bit behind the player there, unfortunately, and Hong Kong survived that one. Pretty dangerous position.
Ri Yong Chol there with the header. If you look at it, it's a good free kick actually, just on the penalty spot. But didn't really.
He just has to check his run slightly, Mel, and
didn't really get over it, did he?
Can't really get the power.
So what can Hong Kong come back with? A bit of head tennis at the moment, and head tennis followed by a foul. That's Alexander.
Yeah, getting involved there. The number 7 for Hong Kong.
Carry the number 11. Have had a word with the referee. Let's get this ball down.
6-1, half a dozen.
I was going to
really.
say, it wasn't really a blatant foul, was it? Maybe just got up a bit underneath the Korean defender. So Hong Kong really haven't troubled the Koreans at the moment, and that's a dangerous ball as well. But he needs to play that ball a little bit quicker. Looking for runners. Early ball play forward.
Yeah, it's not the first time that Kalam's been caught at the back for Hong Kong. Tends to just dwell on it a little bit in defence, and it's causing them problems.
Carey's got to be a little bit careful. He's been pulled out a couple of times by the looks of it. That's the coach, Kim Pangong, not happy. Koreans very comfortable on the ball.
Yeah, you can see they do like to play the ball out of defence. As I say, they're quite prepared to go long if they need to.
Well, the worrying signs for Hong Kong is that whilst Korea have had 3 or 4 chances, they've had a shot on goal, they've had a free kick, they've had some good attacks. Hong Kong really haven't troubled the goalkeeper at all, haven't even really been in the other half. We're 10 minutes into the game. I know it's early doors yet, but you'd like to think that they could be setting their stall out in terms of their offence.
Yeah, I think no shots on target at all, no shots on goal at all at this stage for Hong Kong.
No shots. You know, no attacks really. So they need to settle themselves down. There's a lot of energy, but not a lot of results coming from their play at the moment, and it's the Koreans who are threatening.
You can see Kai Carey getting a little bit frustrated there.
It's a foul, right. So
dangerous position there for PRK.
Lee Chi-ho, he came in a bit late, and you'd think that he'd know better.
Really sold him the dummy there, and really looking for that one. Got it.
So the last free kick from a similar position on the penalty spot, and a header that didn't quite make the target. Let's see what they do here. This is a different one, played in to the near post. Not really a breakaway, but a good challenge. And Hong Kong now, can they build on this? Carey on the ball. Shut down, but he gets his cross in. I get the feeling that when you're watching the Hong Kong attack, you know, that's the first real attack they've had 10 minutes into the game, and you'd think they'd get more players forward. They're quite well on his own there. Carey isolated, got his cross in, and nobody really there charging into.
To deliver that cross, but it's good to see that they're going to build some confidence from that one. Look a little bit ball shy at the moment, Hong Kong. A little bit overawed.
He's happy to move the ball around, get into those back spaces, and you can see there as that ball hit the ground, forcing Helio to have to make a clearance. But it's going to be those kind of balls played into the danger areas there where you're going to have to get your good touch.
And the big man, you know, Ryong Pak Kwong there, the number 19 for PRK, running onto that. He's looked at danger tonight already.
So 13 minutes gone in this Asian Cup qualifier, it's 2019 qualifiers it is, and we are 0-0 in this match. Hong Kong versus PRK Korea, PR Korea rather, and a ball given away, but thankfully cleaned up. Hong Kong now. Okay, moving forward.
Good to see McKee there using his pace. That's what Hong Kong need to do.
You know, when they're playing three at the back, that's where the wing-backs can come round. They come in a bit late with the surge. And,
exactly, but getting overrun in midfield pretty quickly by PRK each time. Almost releasing McKee again.
Fan favourite here, McKee. He's got that celebrity type style about him, but a good player, and he's the one who can actually set this game alight if he's given a chance. There's another ball gone in there early, well dealt with. Armour clearing up. He's under a bit of pressure at the moment. Number 5, Kilama. There's Carry. Now playing in Qingdao in the Chinese Premier League.
Of course, that league going from strength to strength, lots of money being pumped into it, and great experience for the players playing.
Some good quality players playing up there now, John.
There is indeed.
So Hong Kong battling their way. They need to move this ball quickly. As McKee, you can see, it's pretty much telegraphed too easily for the Koreans. They've got to move it around a bit more quicker. That was a clumsy foul. Yeah, that was, you know, he can't really complain about it. He's coming from the back.
He's not really settled himself into this match particularly well. Bit of a rash challenge there in the end.
He's got no complaint about that. I mean, you know, if you're going to complain about getting the ball, you've got to get in front. You can't take a player from behind. He's a bit lucky there.
Exactly.
But obviously, just making his statement to the opposing forward. Korea. Plenty of men back in the red for Hong Kong. It's a good run. Wing out, and he's got it through. He's round his man. Well, that's Myung Cha Hyun. I mean, that was, first of all, it's a good ball going in there.
The line, look.
Yeah, and then. And McKee's turned easily, and now there's problems.
Well, very rash challenge from McKee in the end, and they were quite lucky to get away with that one, Hong Kong. Great run, great skill. But they're still going to have to defend this corner.
So Kang on the ball, going to swing one in on his left foot.
And they've got some big men in there. PRK.
Free header. Well, actually didn't get enough on that. That's the Jang coming in now. Hong Kong got a break now. It's only 2 against 5. They need reinforcements. And that's a very poor ball.
Panicked in the end, didn't he, there, really? Festus Bayes. An opportunity.
The obvious thing would be to wait for reinforcements. Trying to play the $1 million pass there and actually didn't even make.
Exactly.
You know, didn't even make anywhere near.
Nowhere near in the end, was it?
A bit more patience required from Hong Kong.
A bit more self-belief from Hong Kong as well. You know, they sometimes don't believe they're in great positions.
Well, you've got, you know, there's players who are experienced, have been playing in the top flight in Hong Kong for a number of years. The break was on, but once he looked up, and that was the defender who got forward. 2 against 5.
Of course, you feel that either that or from a set piece is going to be Hong Kong's best way of scoring tonight. You know, just catch PRK on the break when they're committing them forward. You're going to bypass the midfield, and they could hopefully sneak a goal, because they've been a bit goal shy in the last few games as well.
Right, Roberto, what can he do? Is he going to fling one in here with his throw? Big men are in there, and Kalama causing problems.
Yeah, good work from him at the near post, actually. He just needed the merest of flicks, and it would have been a good chance for Hong Kong.
So the first corner of the match, John, for Hong Kong.
See what they can do.
First real attack on goal, and the keeper has been impeded. Yeah.
A little bit of luck there.
Well, from his performance so far, you would say, not me. I don't think so. Carry. So you can see what he did. He's impeding the goalkeeper there, holding him back.
Yeah, it was hard to see, but you can see it there quite clearly.
So Jordan Anderson, Norway international, scored a number of goals. Been coach of Korea since 2016.
Yeah, he's got them pretty well drilled.
Well organised, yes, absolutely.
They look very comfortable on the ball at times.
Clumsy foul given in there.
It's Song Kim-yu getting bundled over. Roberto Afon's, and again a dangerous position actually for this free kick.
Well, it's unnecessary, you know, when they've set their stall out defending to get players behind the ball, and then you go into to win the ball, trying to go through the back of a play. There's only going to be one outcome.
Exactly.
A bit more patience from Hong Kong's needed. This is
looks like we're going to get the left-footed in-swinger here.
That could cause problems if it's delivered well. On the penalty spot again, and it's hit the upright.
Great effort there. Wow. So close.
And this is why they can't afford to give away unnecessary free kicks, because you can see
Pat Kwong again, the big man gets up there. Great header.
Putting that ball on the penalty spot. It's too far for the keeper to come out to. And he was well beaten there, actually.
The perfect ball, that looping header. Just the post saving Hong Kong. In November, in the qualifiers second round.
Korea very comfortable in their build-up. Hong Kong staying back, and as we say, that wayward pass again. You see how that ball skidded off the surface there.
Commentator's curse, and yeah, still pretty slick, that surface out there.
Again, early ball in as the Korean players swarm over the midfield.
As soon as a Hong Kong player gets the ball, Korea are all over them.
Well,
win
that
the
was
ball back
unlucky
very
actually,
quickly.
because the Korean player was held back twice there. You can see, you know, I mean, again, 6 of 1.
Exactly. Nothing really in that one at all.
Referee Jansen Fu from Singapore. his assistants, both from Singapore.
And a fairly easy match so far. Kind of an effort comes in, spinning off the right foot from Festa's base, and I suppose it was worth a try.
Well, it was. I mean, when he hit, I mean, he's getting himself in good forward positions. What's this here?
So it's second ball coming back, isn't it? And actually, the North Korean player's a little bit slow. He was first to react.
Okay. Well, that was not far off target. So, again, Hong Kong now starting to play themselves in a bit. Carry the man, putting the pressure on. Can Hong Kong build a little bit better in their passing and set up play? Key goes in. This time, the ball's spinning loose. Not really cleared that well. Singapore referee
pulling number 17, Lim Lee Hong.
Yeah,
looking pretty dangerous down that right side. He's got some pace on him, causing Hong Kong a few problems. But,
you know, Hong Kong actually got to be a little bit more.
Again, I didn't really see an awful lot in that one.
Well, you know, what the problem is that they're a little bit slow in getting that ball under control and starting to work with it, you know, and they're doing it in the areas where they're getting really murdered on it. So let the ball do the work for you. Keep it moving early. It's a bit old school, but it does work, and even the best teams do that.
Exactly. Sometimes that's actually the best policy. And, you know, especially on an evening like this, it's obviously hot, it's sticky.
So the Koreans start again. Hong Kong happy to let them move forward and regroup in their own half. Let's see if they can keep those foul counts down, because that's the ones which have caused the most problems for them from the Koreans.
28 degrees here at the Hong Kong Stadium, and probably a little bit cooler than it would have been if we hadn't had a massive typhoon blowing through the territory. So it's probably benefited the players a little bit, but it's still going to be hot out there.
Yeah, the humidity. I was down at So Kung Po at about 5 o'clock, and I tell you what, it was pretty hot and humid. But I think that because we haven't had the sun today, certainly not had the sun, that it's going to be a nice evening to play football.
Yeah, I think a little bit still. Great ball.
And, good. Lee Chi-ho taking no chances there.
Yeah, very sorry from Lee Chi-ho, actually. Really had to get back and cover. Although I suspect the ball was probably going out. It did have some pace on it.
Not taking any chances. 35 years old now. Been a fantastic servant for Hong Kong football. And certainly more than capable of playing at this level still.
And Cook with the long throw again.
Well defended and well taken. That was the punch from Yap initially.
PR Korea there sometimes just lacking that little bit of composure in and around the box, and just maybe letting Hong Kong off the hook slightly here tonight.
Oh no. Lama making a mistake.
Oh, it's that man Kalama again. He's just looking a little bit off the pace this evening, and he's put his team in trouble more than once.
As we look at this again, you can see an air shot here, and off goes Pak. And
Pak just almost caught himself out there, didn't he, in the end? To be in trouble, holding his foot, sort of metatarsal area.
One's never shot. I'm not wishing to make an assumption here, but let's see what happens once he's had a bit of treatment.
But he's been a bit of a danger man for Hong Kong. The players there taking in some refreshment. That's McKee. Seen him break a couple of times for Hong Kong. They've certainly got the pace, but Korea dominating midfield, as we expected they would do. Well, he's up and walking. Yeah,
hobbling. 28 caps, and he's there. When you look at the squad, really, he's one of the top scorers. He's got 10 goals for Korea.
So came as close as anybody this evening.
You can see it dreadful. The ball's completely...
Yeah, Kilama again with that mistake. Really quite lucky. In fact, he cut back inside. Wonder whether he sort of ran to the byline, but it was all a bit of a mess in the end.
Yeah, didn't touch him at all. Maybe got his foot caught in the turf there. It's Hong Kong build again. Let's see if we can put a few passes together that will enable us to, the Hong Kong team that is, to mount a useful attack. Judged a free kick.
Just coming up to that 30-minute mark almost. And Hong Kong hanging on in here. They've weathered the initial storm, just starting to get a little bit of momentum for themselves. And you wonder if it goes on like this, whether this PR Korea team will get a little bit frustrated.
Lee Chi-ho on the ball.
70th cap tonight for him. Not the best of free kicks, a little bit short, and almost put his team back in trouble there. But this goes out, you're not going to see for a goal kick.
Chan coming forward from a deep position and skying the ball through. So 30-minute mark, no score in this Asian Cup qualifying match. Korea once more with their patient build-up.
Yeah, both these teams vying to get to the UAE for those Asian Cup finals.
Beating the game through that ball that's gone forward.
Oh, that turned out okay in the end.
Well, Lee Chi-ho, you know, his experience throwing through there, making a no-nonsense tackle, which was needed. I'm a bit concerned that down the left wing-back position that McKee filling in that hole. He's been beaten twice. We watch Hong Kong come forward and carry.
Yeah, you're right, man. He's looking a bit tired, actually. As are some of the other Hong Kong players. So they're definitely looking a bit vulnerable down the flanks. Again, struggling to get back.
So it's a bit of a shot coming in here. Well,
wow.
Players diving in all over the place. And that was
Myung Cha there. Great effort. And,
well defended initially, but then a great drag back and, well, just couldn't actually make the shot on target.
Yeah, just tries to curl that one in. Great technique, actually. And, both Myung Cha and Pak Kwong looking dangerous up front there.
Well, the difference between the two teams here, obviously, is that when you watch the build-up play, the Koreans are moving the ball with a lot of confidence. They're getting down the flanks well. They're strong in their challenges, particularly in the middle of the park, forcing mistakes from the Hong Kong players.
Well, I think at times, Mount, Hong Kong are looking a bit immobile at the back. And they certainly vulnerable to pace. And It's probably just as well that the grass is a little bit long. It's not allowing this Korean side to maybe flow as much as they would do.
Well, the crowd getting behind Hong Kong, as you'd expect here, enjoying the football. What a goal would bring this game alive for Hong Kong. It's just not played in front there as the Koreans break. Getting into full position.
You just wonder with Hong Kong sometimes when they're getting up front, they're trying to play this amazing ball, whereas sometimes just a simple ball would actually be the answer.
Lee Ho shepherding that ball out.
With Kang Cook just chasing it on. Well, they're still probing, still penetrating down the line. This Korean side. That Peng Fai is going to go long here.
Alexander, the target man. Just carry, in fact, in the end eventually. And here is the chance. He's going to have to go on his own if he can get the ball down.
Really good pressing, really good. That's what Hong Kong need to do, especially from that long goal kick. It's the first time we've really seen them putting the Korean defence under pressure.
The problem is, though, John, that when they are going forward, there's only ones and twos, if that. And whereas the Koreans, when they're going forward, they've got plenty of players in support, in front and behind the ball.
They just need that midfield to be pushing up as well, which is not happening.
So can Hong Kong do a little bit more here? Referee has had a look.
Was ushered quite forcefully out.
Huang Yang there.
2 number 6s.
Well, that was the first real opportunity that really
and
got
Cook there with the push in the back.
Well, you know,
I've seen them give for less.
They would have given that, wouldn't they? Right? To be fair. And they've got a corner. Better over this. The big players coming in. Keeper's made a good punch there. We'll need to get back in numbers. Now, can they move this ball? Now they're still giving away. Let's move this ball around a bit more. Give Hong Kong players a chance.
Just need to slow it down. There you go. Perfect experience there. Slow it down.
Well, you know, when you're back in your own half, there's no need to go crazy, is there?
Exactly. Because the heat's going to become a factor towards the end of this match.
It's a good spell for Hong Kong at the moment. This last 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, just starting to get some confidence going. Starting to just push up a little bit, not being afraid.
Manager there for Hong Kong, Kim Pangong,
48-year-old, as you say, now been in and around Hong Kong football for many years. And a couple of spells back in Korea, South Korea. But, certainly a really experienced man. And actually, he'll be fairly happy right now. The score's 0-0. Edging our way up to half-time.
Crucial time, last 10 minutes of any half. Concentration, very, very important. And stick to your game plan. As you said, Hong Kong are starting to find their way into this match. They still need to be a little bit more clinical. You see the coach barking orders at his team there. Korea finding their players very well. Now McKee, stay on your feet. Cross has gone in again. Can Hong Kong break?
Pat Kwong again, he was the target man.
See how the Koreans swarm over that midfield, and that's not going to trouble anybody apart from the photographers or the security down the tunnel.
Ryong there, going for glory, and all the time in the world. But yeah, we saw there the midfield of Korea really just pinning Hong Kong back. And at times there you feel that, you know, the big man up front for Hong Kong, Carey, he needs to give them an outlet. He needs to be a bit more mobile, so at least they've got a man to hit.
Defenders are having to work much harder for Hong Kong at this moment in time. Alexander, Carey, that's Basie, or Baze as he likes to be known. It's this crucial last few minutes now for Hong Kong, and they don't lose their shape, and that's just what you don't want to see. Lima losing his man.
Yeah.
Korea patient in their build-up, happy to keep the ball.
Definitely going to target Klima down this left side because he's looking very vulnerable at times. Do play some delightful football at times, Korea. Maybe they're in danger of just overplaying.
Well, they're very confident on it, you know. And the thing is that when you look at the way they're playing it, at times all just one-touch football. And again, Klima's been turned.
Another mistake, and very nearly punished in the end. Pat Kwong has been the danger man for this Korean side. Again, just lacking that composure.
Well, snapped it a little bit, didn't he? You can see as the ball gets played in, Klima misjudges that ball, has skidded off the pitch again, and well, the finish, as you can see from manager for Korea, not happy. Anderson, he knows it was a good chance.
You can see there, Klima. I mean, he was just started off in the wrong position for a defender. Was so easily turned.
Well, on this pitch, I mean, what he did there on this pitch was the ball is skidding through. If you're not going to be able to win the ball, then hold your man up. It was not
exactly
necessary.
But he was kind of in not one place or the other. And really, he's been the weak link in that defence so far this evening.
Certainly, he's made a few mistakes. So he couldn't get a break with Carey. There's McKee. Again, the Koreans are swarming all over him. But Hong Kong still have it. Can they do something? No. Oh!
What an effort!
I think that may have been a bit offside as well, Carey, but
yeah, he was definitely in offside position, definitely interfering with play.
Well, it was Alexander, in fact.
Yeah.
Sorry. Did well. Here's the one. He actually got the ball away in front of the goalkeeper. It wasn't cleared by the Koreans. And another
very speculative shot, but
in fact, it was going off, and Alexander managed to steer it goalwards.
It was a pretty good effort in the end.
Good chance for Hong Kong. They can get a bit more composure in their build-up. Could they turn this into a goal? Again, that left flank for Hong Kong, or right flank for Korea, causing problems.
Great ball came in.
Well, the danger's been coming down that right-hand side, the left side for Hong Kong, but the right-hand side for Korea. And
yeah,
again,
well, of course you've got the pace of Myong Cha, and
Kalima that time making a very good clearance.
Yeah, he did well because he was off balance, and they can go anywhere. Danger time for Hong Kong. 3 or 4 minutes ago before half-time. Really need to keep this tight.
Yeah, they're going to swing it in. They've got players standing on the goalkeeper, in front of the goalkeeper. Yeah, the referee will have a word here, as is their one.
Yun Il there getting involved with Roberto Offens.
Another corner,
that was McKee, I think, at the far post, just getting in there.
Getting in the way, yeah.
Good effort from him.
Anderson. Thinking about his tactics here.
So yet another corner.
Well, Carlos, he's allowed to stand there. So I don't know what you're asking for the referee.
Pak Song, swing it in.
Lee Chi-ho making an uncharacteristic mistake.
Yeah, that's gone out for a goal kick in the end. Pak Myong not able to keep that one in. And players looking a little bit tired, a little bit hot out there.
Yeah, it is, but it's this is Hong Kong. They should be used to it, and you'd expect a level of fitness, particularly for these Asian Cup qualifiers. A lot at stake.
Exactly. Yep, and fight going on again.
Good turn by McKee.
Yeah, showing good skills there in the end.
Well, it was a terrible ball given to him. He had to work very hard just to bring it down, and then he bit of magic and hauled down by
Myong Cha,
yeah, the Korean,
who's been one of the better players for the Korean team. So good opportunity here. Just come out to half-time. But a total waste in the end. Really no thought at all going into that one.
Well, I think the thought was there, but the delivery was not very good at all.
Yeah, looked like something off the training ground there, Mal.
So the fans in full voice, trying to get behind Hong Kong as we come up to the halfway mark. Very important that no mistakes are made at this moment in time. Good strong header. Bundled out there unceremoniously. Oh, Kalama not really taking any prisoners there.
Just the 1 minute of added times at the end of this first half, and I think out of the two managers, Kim Pang-gom of Hong Kong's probably going to be the happier one.
Needs a bit of help. He's done well there. He's put Alexander away. He's still in there. Needs to get players in the box. Here's a chance. Oh, and a deflection.
What a goal!
Well, that is on the stroke of half-time.
Unbelievable, but it just shows you what great effort. And what a great
There's
goal.
the man, Lee Chi-ho, did very well in the build-up, and well, he had to take a deflection because Hong Kong at the very beginning of this match were struggling to put anything together, but they've come into it at the end of this first half really well. We'll have a look at this goal again. You can see Lee Chi-ho's done really well. And then the fight, a bit of a push there, a bit of luck, but Alexander gets the crossover. Watch this.
Takes a deflection from the defender, doesn't it? Just takes it away from the keeper.
But he struck it very well, John. And if you don't miss unless you have a go.
Exactly, right in the corner. He knows where he wants to put it. In fact, he was going for the near post. Well, it ended up at the far post.
What a perfect time to score. And the coach for Hong Kong very happy. He knows how important that is on the stroke of half-time. Hong Kong go into the half-time break 1-0 up in this Asian Cup 2019 qualifiers final round. That is a big result at this moment in time. We've got the second half to come as well.
Tan Chun Lok with the goal.
So A very, very interesting second half coming up, John. There's the goal scorer.
Great effort from him, and all fair play to Hong Kong. They kept pounding away, and in the end,
I would say they deserved that goal. Yeah, they deserved it. Well, we will be back after the half-time break, and this match is looking to settle itself for a really good second half. You join us after the commercial break. Be right back. Welcome back to Now TV's coverage of this Asian Cup 2019 qualifiers final round. This is Hong Kong, watching the highlights for those of you just joining us, the highlights of Hong Kong versus Korea. And John Livett joining me in the studio here, John.
Yeah, Korea starting off this match really dominantly. It was the big man, I think...
that time was Rui, yeah, but number 19, their most dangerous player, Pak. Hong Kong a little bit slow at the start, but Korea very early on showed how dangerous they can be on the break.
Yeah, that was a left foot shot coming in from him there, Pak Kwong, and he was dangerous throughout this first half.
And Hong Kong in the early stages giving away free kicks. There's the first of the free kicks they gave away, troubling them. Here's the second one from the other side, swung in, all on the penalty spot, and that one hitting the upright.
Can cook with that free kick, and he's the long throw specialist as well for this Korean team. And again, Pak Kwong, you see there, great header. It's glancing off the post.
Scored 10 goals for Korea. There's Pak. There's the other top player from the first half from Myung.
Yeah, Cha Myung. This was his effort. Just tries to curl that right foot around. And from this angle, it looked like it was in.
As we get into this halfway point on these highlights, Hong Kong were struggling to get into this match. The Koreans swarming all over the Hong Kong midfield, but as the game wore on, Hong Kong did have a few chances, even though it did appear the breaks were with Hong Kong. This is a bad shot at the end, but Kalama a couple of times losing the ball.
Yeah, he was lacking for pace, and his judgment didn't look perfect this evening. He's a big man, as you say. He's being drawn out of the centre of defence, having to really almost play like a right back. Well,
we said at the start the pitch was going to play a part, and it did there, because Lama got the wrong side of his man. McKee having a few runs. This is a good effort.
Yeah, McKee had a couple of chances. And, he's certainly very mobile.
This is one of Hong Kong's, as they got themselves back into this match. It's Festus. And actually that ball was going wide, kept in by Alexander, actually just over the bar, but was ruled offside.
Yeah, Festus base there with a bit of a speculative shot. It's all a bit of a mess really in the end. From a Korean perspective,
Alexander sort of starting it off and then didn't get himself into a onside position. You can see very clearly there. And this is Lee Chi-wo under impossible position, but managed to get the ball forward. Good chase by Alexander. The finish, well, you said that, John, actually he was aiming for the other side, so he was keeping the ball down. I was watching the replay, but the deflection took it in the other direction, and right on the stroke of half-time, Hong Kong score the first goal.
Yeah, it was a great effort in the end, and actually, you're right, Mel, the one thing that he did was he didn't try and just blast the ball. He tried to place it, and actually that came to his advantage. But what great work from Alexander, just shows you, gets that ball into the danger area. You've always got the chance.
Well, Hong Kong go in. We'll be back in a few moments for the second half. Stay with us.